people that don't believe you. They call you freak behind your back. You can't convince them of a Martian attack. The doctors say you have to sleep. She is the audience, you see. You're paranoid, you are alone. Won't help an alien to find his way home. You ask how they missed it. Curious and twisted. You're paranoid, you're too much time waiting for the bell to ring that burning chime. You ask how they missed it. Curiously twisted. The doctor says you have to sleep. You're paranoid, you're all alone. You're all alone. Twisted. Hello, my Mercurial mercenaries. You have just watched a song of mine called Curiously Twisted. I just want to talk about it now, really. This is the third video in this series, I believe, so far. And so feel free to go and watch the previous two. Curiously Twisted. This is that magical song that I have often spoken about. When I've talked about songs that are worked upon for a long time and forget the sound. The previous video was kind of like that, in that I worked on that song, I tinkered with it, I fine-tuned it over a period of months, and then eventually it was cast in stone on the day of the recording. Curiously Twisted is a little different, in that I've spoken about songs that take a long time to write, and I've spoken about songs that take a miraculously short time to write. And Curiously Twisted is my example, the one that I always bring up if I'm forced to provide an example of a song that took no time at all. This song, honest to God, took 15 minutes to write. I remember it distinctly. This song was written in around 2001, so it's kind of like my Space Odyssey song, 2000 or 2001, I think 2001. And it's got the most inauspicious start. I'll probably check whether I'm using the right terminology there. Inauspicious? Check that one. Now, can I open a coffee at the same time as holding a microphone? We can do it. We can do it. I went to a garden centre in about 2001. And I was walking down the aisles with flowers on either side of me. And I saw this one flower, and it had the plastic label on it. And the flower's called Curiously Twisted. And I read that and I thought, we were due to go into the studio to record a new single. And I thought, what a cool name for a song. Curiously Twisted. And I thought one day in the future, when something's called YouTube is invented, I'll probably be sitting in a studio somewhere describing how I came up with this name for this song. But I stood there that day and I thought, Curiously Twisted, that's brilliant. When I got home, I picked up my guitar and I, honest to God, wrote that song, this song that you've just heard, in 15 minutes. there's many examples in rock music where people will tell you that a song only has 3 chords. But they often have more than that, because there'll be a bridge section which deviates, and so they'll say Status Quo or AC/DC or whatever. There's songs with 3 chords. No. Curiously Twisted is a song with 3 chords. It just goes bam 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 all the way through. And I remember I've always been into sci-fi, so I've been watching a lot of War of the Worlds, the original sort of, what was it, 60s, 50s, 60s version of War of the Worlds, where the machines flew, didn't have the tripod legs. And so there's a bit of that in there, and the lyrics just flowed, honest to God. 3 chords, bam, 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 bam. The men from Mars are all around. They do their thing without a sound. It could be him, it could be her. Your eyes are peeled for the body snatcher. So you got a bit of War of the Worlds in there. You've got a bit like the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. There's more to it than that. It sounds like it's just me talking about film. It's not. Because then we get into the chorus. You're paranoid, you're all alone. Won't help an alien to find his way home. You're paranoid, you're all alone. See, this is where right. Everyone can project whatever they want onto a song they listen to. And you can see this purely as a sci-fi Invasion of the Body Snatchers song, if you so wish. This song was able to be thrashed out. There is an original demo that I did on a 4-track. But then I was able to spend some time with it in the confines of a small room with the sweat dripping from the ceiling and really get this one worked out. The men from Mars are all around. They do their thing without a sound. It could be him, it could be her. This was a period of time when I wasn't sort of paranoid in a kind of mental way, but like a lot of my songs are about revenge or feeling disappointed. This is a song where you spend your time looking around thinking, who's out to get me? The men from Mars are all around. They do their thing without a sound. It could be him. It could be her. Your eyes are peeled for the body snatcher. And I always want to inject a bit of humour. And you'll find this with the likes of Radiohead and bands like that as well, where you think that they're being so serious. And then when you finally get to ask the songwriter a question, he'll say, no, obviously I'm joking. The doctor says you have to sleep. She is the audience you seek. Yeah, it's probably another song about... It's funny, isn't it, how I can make a song about a girl sound like it's about aliens. You're paranoid. You're all alone. Won't help an alien to find his way home. That's just me having a laugh. I think there's probably E.T. there. You ask how they missed it. You're curiously twisted. You're curiously twisted. Let's just listen to a bit of this song, right? And we'll talk about it. That's such a great beginning. I mean, in my humble opinion, but I'm going to big the song up. Now, first of all, about this intro. This intro wasn't on the demo version. This intro was worked out live. And there was something about the power of just the guitar and the drums absolutely going for it. And, okay, this is the recorded studio version, so there's always something to be said for the live version against the studio version. But the sheer power of guitar and drums. And then you have that moment where the bass can come in. And I quite like the way I sing this song. I mean, again, it's Blow Me Own Trumpet, but it's very conspiratorial. I do like films like the Parallax Effect, or whatever it was called, the one with Warren Beatty in it, and all the president's men, and the men from Mars are all around. They do their thing. It's like I'm in your face, and okay, live it's more just belted out and like punching you. But if you listen to this studio version, you've got your headphones on, it's very much like I'm here. The men from Mars are all around. They do their thing. It's like I'm whispering in your ear. I'm telling you, don't you know? Don't you know about the men from Mars? The men from Mars are all around. They do their thing. It could be her. Your eyes appeal from the body snatcher. Doctors say you had to sleep. She is the audience you see. You're paranoid and it's thematically the drums very much in this song are bam, 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 bam. It's one of those songs. Bam, 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 and some amazing drum fills. Even if you listen right back to the very start of the song. I mean, listen to this drumming. It's like drums falling down the stairs with magnificence. The men from Mars are all around. They do their thing without a sound. It could be him, it could be her. Your eyes appeal from the body snatcher. Doctors say you had to sleep. She is the audience you see. You're paranoid, you're all alone. Bang, 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 bang. Whisper to the audience rather. Curious and twisted. Take a break from all the people. Now, just listen to those guitar chords. So we've got bam, 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 ba-dam, bam, bam, ba-dam, bam, bam, ba-dam, bam. And it's just a bam, 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 bam. Interestingly, before we move on, the thing that we worked out live was at the beginning of the song, there was the opportunity to go bam, 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 ba-dam, bam, bam, ba-dam, bam, bam, ba-dam, bam, bam, ba-dam, bam. But what I thought was, and this is for anyone who's an aspiring songwriter out there, blowing my own trumpet again, but why not stick on the same chord? So what you get is, even though the chorus, if you listen to the bass line, all right? You're paranoid, you're all alone. Won't help that alien to find his way home. You lost out and missed it. Right, listen to that guitar though. Did you hear it there? So the bass is going bum bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba bum ba 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 ba bum. But that's what you can do. This is how to make songs interesting. So the bass is doing that, but the guitar is just going dan 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 dan. Lets the bass drop. Dan 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 like that. Sort of discordance, apart from it's not, because it's completely chordant. Is that the opposite of discord? Chord? I don't know. So, on the intro, let's just do that one chord. And then you get this, and live, it's so powerful. I'm not moving the chords down, I'm staying on the same one. And it's only when we get to the chorus with the bass that you really hear this in full effect. From Mars, are all around. They do their thing without a sound. It could be him, it could be her. And there's an interesting kind of extra little thing that we get from that. Is what we got bam 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 ba-dam bam bam ba-dam bam bam ba-dam, like that. There's a kind of jiggy jig sound that comes out of the guitar, and I think I was using a Boss Heavy Metal 2 pedal. It's kind of known, I think, as the Swedish kind of death metal pedal, but this isn't death metal, and yet I'm using that pedal. But you get like a jig sound, and I'll point that out more in the bridge section. But it's moments like that, which are kind of accidental, which give a song like this sheer power. Your eyes appeal from the body snatcher. Doctors say you had to sleep. She is the audience you seek. You're paranoid, you're all alone. Won't help that alien to find his way home. twist it. Curiously twist it. Take a break from all the people. This is the guitar. All the people that don't believe you. Now I'm moving it up and down. Behind your back, you can't convince them of a Martian attack. You got to say you have to sleep. See? So you got a difference there between verse 1 and verse 2. The guitar is now fully joining in. Take a break from all the people that don't believe you. They call you freak behind your back. You can't convince them of a Martian attack. Now, this song is about my life back at the time again, 2001. Take a break from all the people that don't believe you. It sounds like it could be sci-fi, but it's not. It's how I felt. It's about people who believe in you. People take a break from the people that don't believe in you. This could be applied to anyone's life out there. You don't need a 2001 obelisk or a robot called Robbie. We don't need a Martian attack. Okay, chorus 2. And the way the drums and the bass and the guitars thematically sound. Now, a couple of things here. So the chorus now extends slightly. You're paranoid, you've too much time, waiting for the bell to ring that 13th chime. I like to inject a little bit, like a little sort of heavy metal anachronism, is it? Would you call it? The idea of a bell ringing 13th chime. Bit of like AC/DC sort of nonsense there. You ask how they missed it. You curiously twisted. And what I bring in on this second chorus, if you listen to it, and I'm sort of doing it here on the video when I'm putting my hands up, it's like that voice from the gods speaker going, ah! And you double track that, triple track that, ah! Bring that in. So the second time. You're paranoid, you're too much time. Here we go with the backing vocals. Stop. Go. And we're now into the bridge. Now, most bands, I truly believe, would put a guitar solo here. Now, it's not that I can't play a guitar solo, it's that I didn't want a guitar solo. But who knows whether I was right or wrong. What I have got here, though, in its place, is I've got the sounds between the notes. So when I've gone bam, 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 all I'm doing is dang, 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 dang on the guitar. But in between, I've got that jigga jig. It's hard to say jigga jig sound. Listen to the jigga jig sound. Once you hear it, it becomes the defining moment of this whole bridge section. The jigga jig. Listen to this. Hear it? Hear it? I love it. I love it anyway. And now we're going to bring it right down now. The men from Mars are all around. And historically, I do like sections like this where the sort of guitars drop out and you get just the bass and the drums with a kind of quiet vocal over the top. The men from Mars are all around. They do their thing without a sound. The men from Mars are all around. They do their thing without a sound. And we've got a big drum fill coming as well. Yeah, cliches, but I love cliches. The doctor says you have to sleep. Wow. The interesting thing about this next section, which is the guitar and the vocal, that was never in my demo version. And when we thrashed this song out live, it was never in any of those thrashed out live versions. But when it came to the day of recording back in 2001, going to a studio, I can't remember the reason why now. Someone was ill, There was, for some reason, the recording day was cancelled and it got shifted to the next week. And I was pretty angry on the day because I'd kind of built myself up for it. But what I did instead was I thought, screw it, I'll just add to the song. So I wrote the... oh, did I just take those off? Christ's sake. So I wrote this guitar bit, which goes... I remember standing in my hallway and I just came up with it. It's the same 3 chords, just arpeggiated instead. And I didn't tell the band that I'd done it. So we get into the studio the next week, and now it's the day we're recording this song, and I sprung it on them there. So I said, okay, lads, just hold your horses. This bit here, just stop what you're playing for a while. Let me play my guitar. And then when we come back in, it'll be like the heavens opening up. I always like my songs to sound like the heavens opening up. So as you can hear here, right? This was a complete twist of fate. A curious twist of fate that this section is even in the song. If it had been recorded at the first session, this would never have been there. As it is, I think this bit makes the song. You're paranoid, you're all alone. Whenever an alien to find his way home, you are scowling misted, curiously twisted. You're paranoid, too much time waiting for the bell. So that's a case of something not going according to plan, and yet, well, look, I think I'd spoken in the last video, maybe, about happy accidents, not sexually. But sometimes you just need a happy accident. Something gets cancelled. Don't take it to heart. Build upon it. Make something of it. I remember I wrote this song on acoustic guitar. I was pacing around this hallway of my house with the acoustic, and I just thought, what the hell, I'll just do this. And the band didn't even have a chance to okay it, really. I just did it. And we recorded it, and it's there. And I told the drummer to scream. That's the drummer scream. And then the song comes back in. And if you think about it now, I'm not sure the song even works without that section. And then on this final chorus, we've got everything coming in together. We've got the keyboards, we've got the thrashing guitars, we've got the drum beat, we've got the backing vocals, all leading up to that moment at the end of the song where we curiously twisted, where we repeat the name of the song. And look, there you go. The song is under 3 minutes long. It's short, it's snappy, it's got that kind of Pete Shelley Buzzcocks vibe about it. It was written, the main gist of it, in 15 minutes, recorded in a couple of takes. It's got a vibe that I love. It went down one of our best songs live, and it's got a sci-fi vibe about it while at the same time having an element of humanity. And this song came from a trip to a garden centre. So there you go. It started with a happy accident, and it kind of ended with a happy accident. That's the story of my 2001 song, Curiously Twisted. Honest to God, one of my favourite songs. And I suppose it's an example of how it is quite annoying sometimes, where, like I started off this video saying, you can spend 6 months, a year. I've worked on, that's a great face I'm pulling there. I've worked on some songs, honestly, like the likes of Perhaps I'll Kill You. I've worked on some songs for years, or elements of songs. I mean, if you start a song 1 year and then come back to it 6 years later, that didn't take you 6 years to write. But certainly, elements of songs have taken a long time. And albums, for me, have taken a long time. And the thing I like about this song, Curiously Twisted, was that it just happened. And we captured it. Lightning in a bottle. Let me know down below whether you liked it or not, I suppose. It doesn't change the fact. I mean, it was written in 2001 and it exists. There's nothing I can do to change it. But in my opinion, this is an example of just putting something out there. Just put it out there. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you liked the video, click the thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, just move along. Just move along. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Over and